So let's check out the entries here. So we got the Dong's entry. Let's see if I can make it big. So Dong, you said this is from the I Am Dracula scene from Renfield, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. You know,
Sorry.
I probably can't because I was thinking what I could do is I could like show the actual clip and then like compare it. But I think if I do that and upload this to YouTube, they will copyright strike me. So we will just watch it. I'm gonna watch it now.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the group?
I'm the Prince of Malaysia.
It's very cool. So Dong, so can you like tell us a little bit about what your thought process was and like the camera angles and all that kind of stuff, or
Um, I was just copying the shots from the scene itself to get it closer to resemble it. And the reason why the mouth is like really messed up is because I was really pressed on time. That's why I didn't uh finish the entire scene because the amorphous hand fell off. And
ah,
like right after I submitted that, like the day after that, I have to go to the beach. So I was just really pressed on time, and it was last minute.
gotcha. So actually, you know what? This kind of brings up something important because I know, like with Lil Will, he didn't really he ran out of time. But when you were trying to make this, like, how long did it take you, and how did you sort of like manage your time for this challenge?
Um, I basically just shot and edited everything at the same day because
Wow.
right after I shot it, I just went in the house and edited on my computer.
Oh, okay. So you really like crunched hard. You really worked hard to get it done. That's not very long, but it looks good. So I mean, I guess maybe I can kind of look at it and comment a little bit about what you did because I do need to judge these for the fact that there is a prize. I don't know. Did you know that, Don, that there's a prize for this?
I didn't.
Didn't? Okay. So I have, and I decided that I'm gonna probably. Well, I can give out a paperback as well, but I have my book that I wrote on clay animation, Secrets of Clay Animation Revealed, number 3. And so basically, between you two guys, one of you will get that. But T-Bone expressed that he's in the UK and didn't want to give me his address. And I respect that, of course. So I said that's fine, but I have an ebook version as well. It's digital. It's a PDF. So you can choose. You guys can choose. Either or. But I haven't decided who's going to win. So just looking at your film. So I have to say, like the puppets are really cool. Like I know you said that your puppet I think broke, but
Well,
I
I
mean,
since fixed the hand of the monster, but that's why I didn't do the entire scene.
okay, I gotcha. But I mean, it looks really good, and I mean, you put a lot of detail. Like I can see like his chest piece is kind of like squared off and has like a texture on there, and the hair is pretty cool. You've got the eyebrows and your sort of signature style with the eyes, which is cool as well.
It was just me recycling the Toby's characters. Like I already just had them laying around. I was like, well, might as well do something with them.
Oh, okay.
And another little fact is the redhead girl. That's Alex, and this is the first stop motion thing I've made where it's with her new head design. Because earlier I had the other one that was ugly.
All right. Yeah, so she's a bit far and like blurry in the shot, so I can't really see it. But I know what you're talking about when you posted the pictures. It's really cool.
And her hair is more vibrant and like thicker.
Yeah, yeah. I know you were kind of like scrutinizing your own work for a while there.
Yeah, well, it's just I had a hunch that it didn't really feel right because before I got used to my style, I imagined them as looking like real people. And Alex was that one character that always like bothered me. Because like I imagined that Alex would have wave curls like from the 70s, but it didn't translate well with that one. So I just decided to redesign it, and I like her head much better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think doing curls would be pretty tough to sculpt all the detail and everything, and then probably
Well, what I
animating it.
did was I rolled up like little snakes of clay and I twisted them, and that's how I did curls.
Oh, okay. But yeah, your puppets look pretty cool. I mean, it's I noticed you have like wires to like hold them up and stuff. And I know that T-Bone also used wires too, and I think he said string also. I'll have to check later. But so did you find like your puppets were kind of like top heavy and falling over?
Yeah, but what I did was I like kind of dug out the center of them and I tied. Well, I kind of wrapped this wire around this nut and I have a screw that screws into the back of them
Oh
so
yeah.
that it keeps upright. And I have it like with a little makeshift rig I made with rocks.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah. Sometimes what's annoying is that when I pick up the figure, I forget it's basically a nut and it'll rotate and their head falls off and I get annoyed.
Ah. But I mean,
The thing is,
they seem to hold up pretty well, though. You know, like beside like if you hadn't told me that you had a problem, like they seem very, sturdy and everything. Now, I do notice so like the close-ups of the characters, you had the mouths moving. So how did you make those again?
um, in my software, I don't animate the mouse at all, like on the set itself. What I do is I have these like these mouth sprites, and I overlay them on top of the figure, and I just animate the size difference and like make it look like they're talking.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people in the brick film community do that with little mouths and stuff that they animate because I think they're so small for Lego figures that it's almost impossible to do that otherwise. See, so yeah, I mean it's really cool, and I noticed like there's also like some shoulder rotation as well on your like vampire figure. Like he just like the whole shoulder piece kind of moves. And is that aluminum wire inside there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Very cool. And did you special like specifically light this for any dramatic effect, or is it just like your room lights?
I just put a filter over it in my software
Oh, okay.
because in the scene itself, it's like kind of greenish, bluish, and I just did it to like simulate that.
Yeah. It looks good.
Thing.
All right. Very awesome. So I mean, I don't know if I can have anything else to really comment on. I mean, it's the animation's pretty good. The characters like sort of for the close-ups just sort of stand there and like the head moves a little bit, and then but the main character, with the hat, I think that your timing is pretty good. Like the way he takes the hat and moves, takes it off of his head is kind of slow and dramatic. So I think that's kind of a good thing. It's not too fast, not too slow. It's just kind of perfect for that sort of dialogue that he's talking about. Cool. All right. So now I'm gonna look at where is it? Let's see, T-Bone's entry, which is the SpongeBob movie scene.
I love that one.
It's actually pretty funny. Let me put the sound on. Oops. All right, so I'm just gonna play it here on my computer. I guess you guys, you can't see it, but maybe you can
I've
hear it.
already seen it. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Bikini Bottom's popular undersea eatery, the Krusty Krab Restaurant. Talk me, Brad.
It started out as a simple order, a Krabby Patty with cheese. When the customer took a bite, no cheese!
Get a hold of yourself, Eugene. I'm going in.
All right. So I just watched it here, and so I guess probably I'll start with the beginning part, just kind of explain what I'm seeing here. So T-Bone explained that he made the Krusty Krab out of wood, and the roof he used cardboard. And I guess what he did is he conformed it to the curvature of the wood, and like glued it down and painted it. So it looks like he used maybe aluminum foil for the like stove pipe that comes out the top, and he's got like a wire antenna as well. And he's got like the little flags, and he's got a sign, and I guess the background, so it's supposed to be like underwater, so the blue tarp or paper that he used is like the water.
I love how. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I love how he went the extra mile to, like, I don't know if he like already had it like made and he just used it, or he built it just for the short. But I like how he went the extra mile to like make the Krusty Krab just for that one shot, because like making buildings and stuff takes a long time, especially if you want to make it look good. And it just shows like his dedication. Even though like I bet like because you have like not a lot of time, so it's probably slapped together. Like not mean to sound insulting, but like that's what if I was gonna recreate assets from that Reinfeld scene, I would slap things together as well. But the fact he just did it at all is really impressive, and I adore it so much.
Yep, I agree completely. It's I don't think he really did it. Well, actually, I don't really know how long it took him to make all this stuff, but I mean, he put like real sand in there, and painted everything up really nice, and just spent a lot. Like the Krusty Krab is in the same sort of font as in SpongeBob, So there's like a lot of little things in here that he paid attention to, and the fact that he got it done in 30 days is actually really impressive, to be honest.
Krusty Krab Restaurant.
So the exterior is really cool, and then the next scene is where Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob are in like this arena, and so he did use like an effect or something there on Mr. Krabs' arm, which I guess in the movie he was trying to emulate that. So I don't have the movie scene to compare to. So, but it seems like a little bubble kind of thing, and so Mr. Krabs appears to be on the string, so he doesn't fall over. And that kind of brings to mind something I kind of mentioned in the comments, is that the SpongeBob characters, their design is like whoever designed them didn't have to think about them being stop motion puppets. And so Mr. Krabs is like, his legs are just very little stubby crab legs, and little crab feet. So he doesn't have the ability to do like a walk like a bipedal human being and stuff. So it's difficult to animate stuff like that, and the expression, like what he did with the animation is like when he has his mouth open, like the eyes get big, and the mouth kind of like opens wide, and that seems to be clay, and the arms go up. And by the way, it's actually not. It's a pretty good likeness of Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. And so,
I really love.
oh, go ahead,
Sorry.
Dom. Go ahead.
When I just like rewatched the short. I think it's the way that the camera is set, but like it's impressive how he was able to fit like emotion, like make them really look. Because like it's one thing to like make roughly the shape of the characters, but the fact he can add details and like add their expressions to make it really sell them, and they look like really small, especially with how SpongeBob is, because like they look like small figures, and it's impressive how he was able to put expressions on them and like make their faces look like characters.
Yeah, it is really impressive. I think it's impressive and funny too. Like it makes it the scene funny because they are so expressive. It's like one thing to like hear the voices, which are really good, and they are funny in the way they speak. But if the animation doesn't sort of line up with the same sort of expression, it doesn't have the same impact. So it's really cool. And so like SpongeBob comes in and smacks him right in the face. And then there's also there's like a lot of there's some details like when SpongeBob smacks him, the camera zooms in on him so that you can sort of get the impact of how he's actually emoting. So it's really cool. And yeah, I mean, do you have anything else you'd want to add to that, Dong? Any other comments?
Not really, but I do like how. I mean, I guess this counts as a comment. I do like how he actually used sand. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he went all in. I don't know if he bought that in like a hobby shop or where he got that, but it is pretty cool. And so maybe I can make we can talk about. I mean, I know there's not much to talk about, I suppose, but Lil Will also is working on his project, and he did post pictures. So, it looks like, I mean, it is pretty cool what you did there, Lil Will. So, can you tell us about what your plans are?
What? I think I definitely started way too late. I got caught up with like a bunch of schoolwork because we still have school like even tomorrow. So I was sad. I think we should have been done like a week ago, but I just did not have a lot of time. And the scene I wanted to animate was like really long, like a minute or so long. And I got really far. I got about halfway. I finished all the backgrounds, so the backgrounds are a lot better now. And then I finished making one character, which, like, it was supposed to be the scene from Rick and Morty, where Evil Morty was like revealed. If anybody knows what that is, and then so there's like a bunch of Ricks, and I had to make one Rick because like making a bunch of armatures of Ricks, it was gonna be really hard, and so then I was gonna use Stop Motion Studio to like put a frame on frame and then erase one, so then it'll show the other Rick. And I got pretty far. I just like still have to do a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, a minute long can be daunting, even though it's just 1 minute. It seems like, oh, it's just 60 seconds, but that's, let's say if you're shooting at, 16 frames per second or something like that, and times 60, it's a lot. But it's cool that you're, still going to work on it. I mean, I think people will find it fun, because Rick and Morty is such a popular TV show and stuff. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I also found that like creating the backgrounds was a lot harder than I'd originally thought. I thought it was going to be easy, but I had to draw like a ton of stuff. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know, like in the previous challenges with AnimateClay.com, when we were doing that for many years, people would join those, and time management was always an issue for a lot of people. And this one girl named Clay Mara came up with like a system of like consistently making short little films and her characters kind of lived in a very simple universe where the background was just white, and that was it. So, she didn't have to make backgrounds or anything like that, and the ideas that she used were, very, like I say, very simplified. And she was consistent. She was really good at what she did. But that's something to think about because 30 days can go by so quick, especially if you're still in school. I mean, that's taking up most of your week. Oh, my cat's trying to get in here. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I have a very demanding cat, by the way. But yeah, all right. So I guess I will have to decide here between Dong's entry, which is from I Am Dracula, and T-Bone's SpongeBob. But actually, wait, Jim, did you want to say anything at all before I decide, or did you have any commentary on any of the things that you saw? Or?
Well, I don't know much about stop motion, so I do like them both, though.
Yeah. Same here. They're both really good.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I think Tom's is better than mine because he actually made assets for that specific scene. Meanwhile, I just used the figures I've already made.
Okay. Well, like Jim says, or Jam, sorry, Jam. They are both really good, and regardless of the fact that you did use puppets that you had built, I mean that's not a bad thing. But I think I do think that probably I will choose T-Bone as well, mainly for the fact that he did pay attention to so much detail. There's so many little things that he did. It's very nuanced. The only bad thing, I think, and I think he mentioned it too somewhere, is that he had some sort of lighting issue. That's the only thing I can really criticize. Is that so the opening scene is fine, but then everything else has got a lot of flicker. But other than that, I think that just the characters, the expressions, and the problem solving using like the wires is really good to keep the puppets from falling over, and the it's just overall it's really good too. So I do believe T-Bone deserves the prize. Congratulations, T-Bone. I wish I had like a little clap track or something I could play or something. But
You need a clap track.
Maybe if you could add I think Discord has a soundboard
They
thing.
do. They do.
oh, oh, very good, very good.
There you go.
Thanks, Jim. I have to remember that for the next one. But anyways, so T-Bone, I know he's not here, but thank you, T-Bone, for your entry, and as well as you, Dong. And I know that Lil Will is gonna hopefully get his done in time, but maybe after school is out.